Hello everyone, my name's Tony, and welcome back. Kobarian Badood on the internet. Welcome back, we're here to do more Dragon Age Inquisition. We're gonna do Here Lies the Abyss today. We're doing it. It's right over there. But that's not Adamant, so I think we're safe bringing this party. I think the party that I want to take to Adamant includes Solus and Cole and Varric, which is not great because we won't have a tank. But I want to take Varric into the Fade because he's a dwarf. And he goes in the Fade. Solus, the answer's obvious. And Cole is a spirit. But him in the Fade would be fascinating. Gurn.
I'm glad you made it, Inquisitor. I fear they've already started the ritual.
It has to be blood magic. I hope we can stop them before more people get hurt. You take point. I'll guard your backs.
This isn't it, though. Oh, jeez. That's a bunch of dead bodies.
Wait! No.
Warden Commander Clarel's orders were clear.
This is wrong!
Remember your oath. In war, victory. In peace, vigilance. In death,
I'm sorry.
sacrifice. Good. Now bind it just as I showed you.
It's very much like the anchor. I don't like that.
Inquisitor, what an unexpected pleasure. Lord Livius Adamant of Virantium,
Should've taken Dorian
at
there.
your service.
You are no warden.
But you are. The one Clarel let slip. And you found the Inquisitor and came to stop me. Shall we see how that goes?
Warden, he is deceiving you.
Wardens, this man is lying to you. He serves an ancient Tevinter Magister who wants to unleash a blight.
That's a very serious accusation. Let's see what the Wardens think. Wardens, hands up. Hands down.
Corypheus has taken their minds.
They did this to themselves. You see, the calling had the Wardens terrified. They looked everywhere for help.
Even Tevinter.
Yes, and since it was my master who put the calling into their little heads, we in the Venatori were prepared. I went to Clarel full of sympathy, and together we
You're
came up with a
monologuing
plan.
too much.
Raise a demon army, march into the deep roads, and kill the old gods before they wake.
I saw this at Redcliffe.
Corypheus marching across Orlais with an army of demons. That was in the future I saw at Redcliffe.
And now you
I
know
should've brought
how
Dorian
it
for this.
begins. Sadly for the Wardens, the binding ritual I taught their mages has a side effect. They are now my master's slaves. This was a test. Once the rest of the Wardens complete the ritual, the army will conquer Thedas.
Yep, what's in it for you?
Do you really
Keep
want to
him
see the world
monologuing.
fall to the blight? What do you get out of this?
The Elder One commands the Blight. He is not commanded by it, like the mindless Darkspawn. The Blight is not unstoppable or uncontrollable. It is simply a tool.
Somebody's certainly a tool.
As for me, while the Elder One rules from the Golden City,
You mean the
we,
Black
the
City.
Venatori, will be his god kings here in the world.
So Corypheus influenced the Wardens and made them do this ritual.
Made them? No. Everything you see here, the blood sacrifices to bind the demons, the Wardens did it of their own free will. Fear is a very good motivator, and they were very afraid.
That's a lie. The Grey Wardens are heroes. They would never do this willingly.
The Grey Wardens care about nothing save stopping blights. They will do anything to accomplish that. You should have seen Clarel agonize over the decision. Burdens of command, I suppose.
Why would Clarel risk using demons?
Demons need no food, no rest, no healing. Once bound, they will never retreat, never question orders. They are the perfect army to fight through the deep roads. Or across Olay. Now they are bound to my master.
Why would the Wardens try to kill the old gods?
Oh, we know this
A
already.
blight happens when dark spawn find an old god and corrupt it into an archdemon. If someone fought through the deep roads and killed the old gods before they could be corrupted, woof, no more blights, ever. The Wardens sacrificed their lives and saved the world.
That's madness. For all we know, killing the old gods could make things even worse.
Well then, it's a good
glad
thing I'm
about
taking
those
this
then.
demon army off their hands.
Yeah, I feel like we have to attack him here.
That's all I needed to know.
Oh, please. The
Oh
Elder
no,
One
he's got a
showed
red
me how
anchor.
to deal with you in the event you were foolish enough to interfere again. That mark you bear, the anchor that lets you pass safely through the veil, you stole that from my master. He's been forced to seek other ways to access the Fade. When I bring him your head, his gratitude will be... Ah!
Oh shit. What did we just do? You talk too much.
Kill them!
Kill. Where did you guys get down at? Why are you all the way up there, bro? Where even are they? Is that them? What is happening? All these fucking mages. Continuing to come back. Is that what's happening? Hawk, why are you not in this fight? Shen.
They refuse to listen to reason.
You were correct. Through their ritual, the mages are slaves to Grey.
And the Warden warriors? Of course. Sacrificed in the ritual. What a waste.
They were misled.
Ahriman lied to the Wardens. They were trying to prevent future blights.
With blood magic and
Oh,
human
my cloak is
sacrifice.
going through my hair. I don't like that.
The Wardens were wrong, Hawk. But they had their reasons.
All blood
I hate
mages
it. I
do.
hate this so much.
Everyone has a story they tell themselves to justify bad decisions. And it never matters. In the end, you are always alone with your actions.
I believe I know where the Wardens are, Your Worship. Ahriman fled in that direction. There's an abandoned Warden Fortress that way. Adamant.
Excellent work.
Good thinking.
The Warden and I will scout out Adamant and confirm that the other Wardens are there. We'll meet you back at Skyhold.
Why wouldn't you just call him Shroud? They really couldn't voice that line a couple times? It's only Shroud, Alistair, and Logain. I don't think there's any other options. Old map. I think we have to go back to Skyhold. Yep. So I'm almost certain we're gonna bring Solus, Cole, and Varric, which is gonna be real interesting. We're probably gonna be very reliant on potions.
Your worship.
Let me come down here real quick and replenish my healing mist.
Serve the Lord who loaded his catapults with anvils. Point made.
I think I'm gonna give everyone healing this just to make resin easier. I know Solus has resurrection, but I don't yet. I hear myself moving. Hello, who are you? I'm talking very.
I tracked that Venatori mage back to Adamant Fortress. They're looking at assault options now in the war room.
Thanks for coming.
You did well, Varric. The Inquisitor is just who we need.
Oh, it's been great. Murderous wardens, archdemon attacks, plenty of blood mages and crazy Templars. Just like home.
I know how much you hated leaving Kirkwall.
This is the ass end of Thedas. You know they eat snails here?
No.
Still, I think I need to finish this out. If it weren't for me and Bartrand, none of this would have happened. So much for changing our lives.
That's what happens when you try to change things. Things change. You can't always control how. I tracked the Wardens to Adamant Fortress, Inquisitor. Your specialists have my full report.
Adamant Fortress has withstood the countless Darkspawn attacks without falling. The Grey Wardens defending its walls are legendary warriors. To prevent Warden Commander Clarel from raising an army of demons, Inquisition forces will need siege engines powerful enough to breach Adamant's defenses.
Adamant Fortress has stood against the Darkspawn since the time of the Second Blight.
Fortunately for us, that means it was built before the age of modern siege equipment. A good trebuchet will do major damage to those ancient walls. And thanks to our Lady Ambassador,
Lady Cyril of Jadar was pleased to lend the Inquisition her sabers. They've already delivered the trebuchets.
That is the good news.
I'm listening.
And the bad news?
Arimond called the ritual at the western approach a test. He may already be raising his army of demons in the fortress.
The Inquisition forces can breach the gate, but if the Wardens already have their demons...
I found records of Adamant's construction. There are choke points we can use to limit the field of battle.
That's good. We may not be able to defeat them outright. But if we cut off reinforcements, we can carve you a path to Warden Commander Clarel.
This will be bloody.
Taking this fortress is going to get a lot of good soldiers killed.
Our soldiers know the risks, Inquisitor, and they know what they're fighting for.
It'll be hard fought, no way around it. But we'll get that gate open.
It's also possible that some Wardens may be sympathetic to our cause.
The warriors may be willing to listen to reason, though I doubt they will turn against Clarel directly. The mages, however, are slaves to Corypheus. They will fight to the death.
We've built the siege engines and readied our forces, Inquisitor. Give the word, and we march on Adamant.
Confirm. So, I know I want Solus and Cole, but the third companion is kind of always where I get, because there's a lot, right? Like, Varric would be a good option. I've never taken Cassandra in. Iron Bull, I've heard, is really funny. So... I think I'm gonna do it. I think I'm gonna take, cause I want to take Cassandra so bad, but Varric's dialogue is really good here. I know ultimately it doesn't matter. Okay, I'm taking Cassandra. Feels so bad. Like, the Wardens were heroes, man.
For the Warden!
Shouldn't that have been dispelled too?
Me! Pull back! They're through!
All right, Inquisitor. You have your way in. Best make use of it.
Where are you
We'll
not
keep
wearing a
the main
helmet?
host of demons occupied for as long as we can.
Don't take risks.
I'll be fine. Just keep the men safe.
We'll do what we have to, Inquisitor. Warden Stroud will guard your back. Hawk is with our soldiers on the battlements. He's assisting them until you arrive. There's too much resistance on the walls. Our men on the ladders can't get a foothold. If you can clear out the enemies on the battlements, we'll cover your advance.
Isn't Hawk supposed to be doing that? Like, surely... where are we going? There is a lot of stuff here. A lot of this stuff. Oh, get in there. I think there's a bottle of Thetis here somewhere. I'm gonna be on the lookout for all that. All who walk on the side of the Maker are one. Take this from your lady. What are you doing?
For some insane ritual!
Who are you? I need to know. It doesn't sound like there's a warden.
Brothers, can't you see? This is madness! It's no use! Their minds are not their own! Keep your distance!
Just fall back to safety.
The Inquisition is here to stop Clarel, not to kill wardens. If you fall back, you won't be harmed.
All right. My men will stay back. We want no part of this. Deal with Clarel as you must.
Well said. I had hoped some of the wardens would listen to us.
Damn it, I didn't give the Sandra potions. That's unfortunate. I love optional objectives. Look at all that. They look like rifts. Maybe it's just where they spew poison gas out from the deep roads.
Soldiers are dying by the other ladders, though.
I love this armor on you. What is it? Ah, that's what it is. Okay, that makes sense. I could have him wearing in-death sacrifice. The armor rating is so low.
For the Inquisition!
That's frightening.
I thought your men could use some help up here!
Protect the troops.
Good work. Stay with my forces, and see that they survive this.
I'll keep the demons off them as best I can.
I don't know why I did that with my hand and not my elbow. I did not want to take all of that. I go down here. That's not where I want to go.
We need to help our soldiers up the ladder. Safely now.
We must hurry. Our forces cannot stand against the demons for long.
Magister Airman, I'm not an untutored apprentice. The Grey Warden mages who left the circle just after their harrowing might take your explanation at face value, but I was an enchanter before I joined the Grey Wardens. That the sacrifices, the death are necessary to bind the demons, I grant you. You know more of such things than I, and make no judgment upon it. But the manner of my mages since binding the demons is still unsettling. They answer my questions readily, but the words are spoken by rote, and several of the non-mages have complained that their comrades seem cold and unfeeling since the ritual. Some of that is natural, I grant you. One cannot kill a brother and come away unchanged. But if there is more to this, I will have it from you. The Inquisition presses us to action, to continue the rituals. If we must destroy them before we venture into the deep roads, so be it. But do not lie to me, Airman. I stand against the light, and no man, no Inquisitor, and no Magister will get in my way. Clarel. There's supposed to be a bottle of Thetis here somewhere, and I don't know where it is. And I feel like we're about to go to the final stop. Oh, hello. I walked right into you, didn't I? Coal is so good to have. In the fate. Spoiler. Here we go. Oh, this isn't it? Oh, there we go. Maybe? Nope. Bastard. Go the wrong way somehow. This isn't it. Ah, okay, I came out from there. I need to go this way. Shield of the Anointed.
Lives on the battlefield, Inquisitor.
Not all the Wardens have stood against us. Make her willing, we may be able to reason with Clarel.
Commander Cullen will hold the path open for us as long as possible, Inquisitor. Our forces are ready when you are.
Wardens! We are betrayed by the very world we have sworn to protect.
The Inquisition is inside, Clarel. We have no time to stand on ceremony.
These men and women are giving their lives, Magister. That might mean little in Tevinter, but for the Wardens, it is a sacred duty. It has been many long years, my friend.
Too many, Clarel. If my sword arm can no longer serve the Wardens, then my blood will have to do.
Fucking blood magic.
It will.
You've been deceived, you arrogant fools.
Stop them! We must complete the ritual!
Clarel! If you complete that ritual, you're doing exactly what Adamant wants!
What? Fighting the Blight? Keeping the world safe from Darkspawn? Who wouldn't want that? And yes, the ritual requires blood sacrifice. Hate me for that if you must, but do not hate the Wardens for doing their duty!
We make the sacrifices no one else will. Our warriors die proudly for a world that will never thank them.
And then your Tevinter ally binds the mages to Corypheus!
Corypheus? But he's dead.
These people will say anything to shake your confidence, Clarel.
Bring it through!
Don't, you stupid idiot.
Please! I have seen more than my share of blood magic. It is never worth the cost.
I trained half of you myself! Do not make me kill you to stop this madness!
I hate it. I hate it.
Be ready with the ritual, Clarel. This demon is truly worthy of your strength.
Special. Oh man. I don't want to attack them. And I did spare them. Is that gonna have more meaning, me sparing them, versus telling them about their legacy? I'm gonna go with sparing them.
Listen to me! I have no quarrel with the Wardens! I have spared those I could! I don't want to kill you, but you're being used! And some of you know it, don't you?
The mages who've done the ritual. They're not right. They were my friends, but now they're like puppets on a string.
You cannot let fear sway your mind, Warden Chernoff.
He's not afraid. You are. You're afraid that you ordered all these brave men and women to die for nothing.
I honor your bravery, my brothers and sisters. But this is not the way. You have been tricked.
Clarel, we have come so far. You're the only one who can do this.
Perhaps we could test the truth of these charges to avoid more bloodshed.
Or perhaps I should bring in a more reliable ally. My master thought you might come here, Inquisitor. He sent me this to welcome you.
Ah, fuck off. Now do you see it's an archdemon? Do you see that she's allied with the wrong person?
Clarel, wait.
Oh, that was a piddly little lightning bolt. I knew that was gonna work.
Help the Inquisitor!
That is a pride demon. Why? Warden spellbound. Why are we still fighting wardens? Are these the ones that were trapped? Or the ones that were spellbound? I'm just gonna hope that there is a supply cache around here somewhere. Can I not close this rift? Hope not. Sacrifice ritual's gone. The dead guy. So if we hadn't told Jaina to avoid the warden, she would have been the sacrifice instead of the dead guy.
You've destroyed the Grey Wardens!
Is she a Force Mage too?
You did that to yourself, you stupid bitch. All I did was dangle a little power before your eyes, and you couldn't wait to get your hands bloody. have served a new god.
I will never serve the Blight.
Oh shit. What do we do about that?
In war, victory. In peace, vigilance.
Going into the fade. I love fade section. Uh-oh.
Where are we?
We were falling. Is this... Are we dead?
No. This is the Fade.
Look at those giant Tevinter statues.
The Inquisitor opened a rift. We came through. And survived. I never thought I would ever find myself here physically. Look. The Black City. Almost close enough to touch.
Thoughts?
This must be very exciting for you, Solus. Any advice you have on what exactly is going on would be wonderful.
Cole, how does it feel to be back home?
I can't be here. Not like this. Not like me.
It's all right. We'll make it right.
This place is wrong. I made myself forget when I made myself real. But I know it wasn't like this.
It's not how I remember the Fade either. Perhaps it's because we're here, physically, instead of just dreaming. The stories say you walked out of the Fade at Haven. Was it like this?
Maybe?
I don't know. I still can't remember what happened the last time I did this.
Well, whatever happened at Haven, we can't assume we're safe now. That huge demon was right on the other side of that rift Eramond was using. And there could be others.
In our world, the rift the demons came through was nearby, in the main hall. Can we escape the same way?
It's worth a try.
Let's find out. There, let's go.
Well, that's just the breach, isn't it? I thought Solus completely ignored our question.
This is fascinating. It is not the area I would have chosen, of course. To physically walk within the Fade.
Concentrate on the task at hand, mage. There is nothing more dangerous than this place.
Thank you for the warning.
Any advice?
Solus, you're the expert on this place. Anything helpful?
The Fade is shaped by intent and emotion. Remain focused, and it will lead you where you wish to go. The demon that controls this area is extremely powerful. Some variety of fear, I would guess. I suggest you remain wary of its manipulations, and prepare for what is certain to be a fascinating experience.
there's a dinner table.
How unusual.
There's a boar's head, a fish, a dragon's head or a goat's head, and a pie. I don't know if that'll be important. I don't want to fight. Oh my god, I guess it's fighting.
We should search the area.
We should look around.
I guess the candle was maybe fear of the dark. I came to the Temple of Sacred Ashes with the faithful ready to help at the conclave. I prayed to the Maker for peace, but the mountain shook and fell and buried me. Alone in the darkness, my legs crushed, I cried in fear of a world with no Maker, fading in and out of dreams of monsters inside the black. Like my final hours, let me go to the Maker without the tears of darkness confounding me. A plea from the warrior to the spirits. The wolves were our allies. In the old days, before Andraste, before the Maker, we knew this to be so, but man grew tired of the chase, the hunt, the truth of fang and steel and blood. Man put seeds in the ground, tended cattle and chickens, and built fences to keep the wolves away. Man bred hounds that would heel and sit and obey, and told himself that the hounds were just as good. Now the Darkspawn come again. They break our fences, kill our cattle and chickens, and burn our crops. Our dogs cower with tails between their legs, or if they fight, they fall to the poison of the Darkspawn blood. We are dying, and I am shamed by my cowardice. The ways of man and hound are not enough. I come to you, spirits of the old forest, who built fences. I who built fences. I who came with fire and steel to drive you away. I come to you because fear has made my arms weak. I ask you for unforgiving rage to make them strong again. Kill the hound in my heart and grow strong from the meat on the bones. In its place, give me the wolf. Words caught in the bloody ripples of ancient water in the fade, somehow remembered. Somehow a dead guy here. So I think that's where we're supposed to go. Maker, give me strength. When the Darkspawn came to Denerim, I wept so hard that I could not see, but I fought for you. When demons poured from the sky where the Temple of Sacred Ashes used to stand, my hands shook so badly that I could not aim my bow, but still I fought for you. When Corypheus and his archdemon destroyed Haven and killed my friends, I screamed until I had no voice, but still I fought for you. They are sending me to attack Adamant. They say that the fortress is defended by an army of demons and the odds are grim. We cannot win, but our distraction, our sacrifice, may give the important people the chance to do what is necessary. My stomach is knotted, and I see dead friends from old battles reaching out for me every time I close my eyes. I am so afraid, Maker, but still, I will fight for you. That is heartbreaking. Wait, what? Did I just take damage from being around this? No. That was weird. I thought I saw a damage number pop up on the screen.
This place is unpleasant.
That is an alluvion. I really hope they go back to like a managed attribute point system. I once studied the Fate as a scholar, dissecting it as a child might a rat or a frog. I was young and craved the power conquering the Fate could bring. I tried in vain to chart its paths, and when that failed, I attempted to secure them. In my arrogance, I struggled against the Fate's very nature. How does one pin down a dream? How can one control a thought so that it might travel always the same course from concept to completion? Only when I let go of my desires and humbled myself was the fate open to me. The spirits came and took it upon themselves to be my guides, my lanterns in the darkness. At their command, the paths grew still, and I could walk them again and again. I was shown vast oceans, containing not water but memories drawn from the minds of dreamers. I drifted through frozen moments like paintings in perfect in each detail. As I explored this impossible realm, the spirits kept darker things at bay. I came to trust them, even love them, and I saw my own love reflected in them. To know the Fade, one cannot seek to master it. The Fade is the master, the teacher. We are merely apprentices. I love I'm not necessarily in love with the green, but I love the dreamlike nature, the confusion of it, the ability to get lost in it. I love it. It's just neat. Look at this arc.
By the Maker. Could that be?
I greet you, Warden. And you, Champion.
Divine Justinia. Most holy.
Cassandra.
Cassandra?
Cassandra, you knew the Divine. Is this really her?
I don't know. It is said the souls of the dead pass through the Fade and sometimes linger, but we know the spirits lie. Be wary, Inquisitor.
I fear the Divine is indeed dead. It is likely we face a spirit, or a demon.
You think my survival impossible, yet here you stand alive in the Fade yourselves. In truth, proving my existence either way would require time we do not have.
Surely you can understand our concerns and explain what you are.
I am here to help you. You do not remember what happened at the Temple of Sacred Ashes, Inquisitor.
That is correct.
No, I don't.
The memories you have lost were taken by the demon that serves Corypheus. It is the nightmare you forget upon waking. It feeds off memories of fear and darkness, growing fat upon the terror. The false calling that terrified the Wardens into making such grave mistakes? Its work.
I would gladly avenge the insult this nightmare dealt my brethren.
You will have your chance, brave Warden. This place of darkness is its lair.
And why are the demons serving Corypheus?
Corypheus seems to have a lot of demons at his disposal. How does he command so many?
I know not how he commands his army of demons. His power may come from the Blight itself, but the nightmare serves willingly. For Corypheus has brought much terror to this world. He was one of the Magisters who unleashed the first Blight upon the world, was he not? Every child's cry as the Archdemon circles. Every dwarf's whimper in the deep roads. The nightmare has fed well.
How do we get home?
Can you help us get out of the Fade?
That is why I found you. When you entered the Fade at Heaven, the demon took a part of you. Before you do anything else, you must recover it. These are your memories, Inquisitor.
I think each of these is supposed to have like a different name associated with it. I feel like I remember that, but I guess these don't. Might be something else later. We have memories to recover.
Bring forth the sacrifice.
Run while you can! Warn them!
Just over here, a thing that I need.
Why are you doing this? You, of all people!
I forgot about this. They orchestrated the killing of the Divine.
Now is the hour of our victory.
Why are you doing this? You, of all people!
Keep the sacrifice still.
Someone, help me!
What's going on here?
And the orb caused the explosion, which was really a Fade rift opening to
So,
toss them all
your
here.
mark did not come from Andraste. It came from the orb Corypheus used in
I've
his
been telling
ritual.
people that from day one.
Corypheus intended to rip open the veil, use the anchor to enter the Fade, and throw open the doors of the Black City. Not for the old gods, but for himself. When you disrupted his plan, the orb bestowed the anchor upon you instead.
I mean, this is exactly what I thought.
I never thought Andraste did this. I did this myself. Through my actions. No maker required.
And now you may be certain. You cannot escape the lair of the nightmare until you regain all that it took from you. You have recovered some of yourself, but now it knows you are here. You must make haste. I will prepare the way ahead.
Something troubles you, Hawk.
Those were Grey Wardens holding the Divine in that vision. Their actions led to her death.
I assumed he had taken their minds, as you have seen him do before. Come, we can argue after we escape this dark place.
Oh, I intend to.
Could that truly have been the most holy?
We have survived in the Fade physically. Perhaps she did as well. Or, if it is a spirit that identifies so strongly with Justinia, that it believes it is her, how can we say it is not?
She seems interested in helping us. That much is clear.
And what of the demon she mentioned? This nightmare sounds dangerous.
It's nothing like me. I make people forget to help them. It eats their fears. I don't know if I could do that, but I don't. I don't want to. That's not me.
Peace, Cole. None of us mistake you for the nightmare. It is a fear demon, as I suspected, likely drawing on terrors related to the Blight. Fear is a very old, very strong feeling. It predates love, pride, compassion, every emotion, save perhaps desire. Be wary. The nightmare will do anything in its power to weaken our resolve.
After what it did to my fellow Wardens, I pray we find some way to strike it down.
Son, by the time you read this, the Darkspawn poison will have claimed me. We gave all at Starkhaven, and we bought time for the Wardens to slay the Archdemon. But when I smelled the corruption in my wound, I knew I would not live to see you again. Pyrrhus will want the men to search the battlefield. To see Starkhaven as rising to greatness, and the weapons of 100 dead Grey Wardens lying unclaimed on the ground will help him conquer the Free Marches. You must refuse. The battlefield is soaked in poison, and no speech, no bullying, no taunts about cowardice can change that. Anything that roams that battlefield now will die. Tell him however you must, and watch for the crows. Those birds have the good sense to fear the Blight. When you see them gather, then you will know that the poison is gone, and it is safe to search the battlefield for trinkets to satisfy Pyrrhus. I will not be here to guide you, son, so you must learn from the crows. They watch patiently, and they let their fear keep them alive. Please, I beg you, watch the crows and do the same. Sora. Is that a... Oh, no.
Ah, we have a visitor. Some silly little girl comes to steal the fear I kindly lifted from her shoulders. You should have thanked me and left your fear where it lay, forgotten. You think that pain will make you stronger. What fool filled your mind with such drivel? The only one who grows stronger from your fears is me. But you are a guest here in my home. So by all means, let me return what you have forgotten.
Weird thing, dead bodies in the that's a goat's head on a stool. That's Red Lyria. Red Lyria must be the fear of a lot of people. The Freeholder. I watched the Blight take my land. I had nowhere to go. I tended the fields as I had, even as my flock died and my family sickened. My body racked by pains and chills. I saw too late the poison that had crept into the land. In my fever dreams, the sickness covered this whole world, and I wept in fear for the family I killed with my foolish pride. Show me that this world survives. Show me that the poison does not take everything. I don't like the manifestation of Red Lyrium here, because that is, that's scary. This is the fate, this is where magic comes from, and for blighted Lyrium to be here, that's terrifying. Hopefully it's not real. Hopefully it is. Well, it has to be real. Like, dreams are made real here. I wonder what the implications of that are.
What are those things?
They are corruption and war. Manifestations in the form of spiders.
What is that?
They think they own us. They decide whether we live or die. They sit there, smug in their armor, ready to cut off our heads for the slightest transgression, as though we don't strive every day to stay sane, to keep the demons away. They can't control us any longer. I won't go back to the circle, not ever. I thought about it last night, being back in the tower, their eyes on me, and all of it came back. All the years, head down, don't clench your fingers, be a good mage, be a quiet mage, and I realized I don't want to make peace with the Templars. I want them to burn. I want it so badly that the bed caught fire and wouldn't go out until Yvonne iced it all over. It's still there inside of me. I want them to feel the fear they made me feel. I want them to know what it's like. We're leaving for the conclave in 2 hours. If those bastards so much as blink the wrong way, I'll let them see what an apostate looks like.
Perhaps I should be afraid, facing the most powerful members of the Inquisition. Are you afraid, Cole? I can help you forget, just like you help other people. We're so very much alike, you and I.
No.
Your Inquisitor is a fraud, Cassandra. Yet more evidence there is no Maker, that all your faith has been for naught.
Die in the void, demon.
Durth ma Herelan. Mabanal inasalin. Marsolas ina Martin.
Bonal Nadas.
I know I looked up the translation of that at one point. I'll do it again before the end of this episode. I wanted to come into Cassandra's Templar abilities, though, and turn that off, because it's only demons in here. And then also, I think I want that there. Oh, and then also, I went to Devinter when I was a child. I remember dragon statues everywhere, big ones. I shivered as I walked between them, afraid they were going to bite me or breathe fire. My parents hushed me and told me the magisters liked the dragons as a sign of their power. Dragons are beasts, mindless, terrible. The archdemon that comes with each blight is an offense to the Maker. We all know these things, but the magisters don't care. And it is the same with the mages. So much danger, so much power in the hands not ready for it, and the mages only wish to celebrate themselves. The magisters are what the mages of Ferelden Orlais want to be, our rulers holding us in terror so that we wonder if they will bite us as we walk by them. I joined the Templars to keep such mages under control. I have killed many since the rebellion we all saw coming. Now the Divine wishes us to meet them at the Conclave and give them a chance to make peace. I'll go, I'll smile. But if the dragon statue looks ready to bite, I will strike first. I'm not a child, and I will not be afraid.
Did you think you mattered, Hawk? Did you think anything?
The blight, mages, the harrowing.
You ever did matter?
I want to see what this other one is. Templars.
Couldn't even save your city. How could you expect to strike down a god? Fenris is going to die just like your family, and everyone you ever cared about.
Those were little fears. Tiny manifestations spawned from the nightmare itself.
And they take the form of spiders. Something so many fear.
Spiders? I see maggots crawling in filth.
Remember, we walk in the Fade. Demons of fear shape their appearance to unnerve each of us.
You're too young to worry, so my child. Write your worries down here. All your fears are smaller once you've defined them. If the Darkspawn come back, Father said he's gonna die one day. Darkspawn underground, under the house, coming up from the basement, the sun's gonna die. Black bits on bread could be blight. Getting sick and dying from blight. Great Warden's coming to make Father go back. Father dying, fighting Darkspawn. Dark patch on Father's arm that he hides from Mom. Father says that he is music.
Well, that's reassuring.
I think we missed a little bit of Hawk dialogue there with the nightmare.
nightmare is closer now. It knows you seek escape. With each moment, it grows stronger. There is not much time, Inquisitor.
Tell me of the nightmare.
I'd like to know more about the nightmare.
It is not simply fear. It is the terror you cannot remember, the horror your mind erases to protect you. When old memories no longer make the veteran soldier's hand tremble, it is because the nightmare has taken them. Most people avoid their fears. It is simple for the demon to steal the darkest fragments. They forget, and it feeds. Corypheus has helped it grow monstrous.
It makes people forget the worst parts of their fears? It almost sounds like the nightmare is helping people.
Perhaps it was, once. But now, it helps none but Corypheus. By his hand, it creates more fear and grows even stronger. In any case, robbing people of their fears is never a kindness. At best, it is a mistake born of compassion. Without fear and pain and failure, we cannot learn. We cannot grow, as you cannot grow until you recover all that was taken from you.
I'm not gonna bother asking if anything here is real.
You must know what really happened at the Temple of Sacred Ashes.
As must you. The answer lies in your memories, lost to the nightmare when you last walked the Fade.
Or you could just tell me.
Would you trust my words? Trust what you have seen.
So can you tell me what you are?
I told you. I am helping you.
I am your trainer.
Yes, but are you her, or some kind of Fade remnant of her, or a spirit imitating her?
Our world is never that simple. What if the answer is none of those things? Or all of them? I am what the Maker made me. The question is, are you what the Maker made you, Inquisitor?
I don't believe in the Maker.
I don't see a Maker anywhere. Do you?
I didn't mean it to be as callous
In
as
fact,
that.
I see him all around us. But is he real? Is his will made manifest? Of this, none can be certain.
Odd thing for the Divine to say.
If we have no doubt, our faith has no value.
You still haven't answered my question. What are you?
I am what you see. All other answers rest in you.
Tell me why you're here. Why take part in this?
After heaven, I hid here. I watched quietly, learned what I could, and searched for some way to help. And then you came.
I don't know what that means.
Corypheus and the Nightmare do an injustice to the world. You must stop them. Perhaps you were meant to stop them. Perhaps that is why I am here.
What can you tell me about this mark on my hand?
You already know how the mark came to be upon your hand. As for what it is the needle that pulls the thread, as well as the key.
I don't understand.
It is the needle that passes through the veil, as little else can. You are the thread, and it is the key that locks or unlocks a door to the Fade. It lets you walk in the Fade physically, and survive. Without it, Corypheus must find another way to the Black City. It is part of you now, and cannot be removed without your death.
We should keep moving. Go!
I joined the Wardens to serve in glory. No blade could touch me, nor any claw pierce my armor. Still, I was fated by joining to die. Alone in the deep roads, the calling in my mind, I sat by the last campfire I would see, allowing myself one last night of terror, and cursed the fate that brought me here. Let it be my choice to have served and died. Let it be nobility rather than the dread hand of fate. Destroy my destiny, and let this be my decision.
Breach back in Haven. That's how I escaped.
The demons! Keep running! Ah! Go!
It was you. They thought it was Andraste sending me from the Fade, but it was the Divine behind me. And then she died.
Yes.
So this creature is simply a spirit.
I think we all knew that was the case, Warden.
I am sorry if I disappoint you.
Nightmare watched Corypheus and grew powerful off the fear. Were you like that for the Divine? A spirit watching her from the Fade, inspired by her faith.
If that is the story you wish to tell, it is not a bad one.
What we do know is that the mortal Divine perished at the temple, thanks to the Grey Wardens.
As I said, the Grey Wardens responsible for that crime were under the control of Corypheus. We can discuss this further once we return to Adamant.
Yes, Adamant, where the Inquisition faces an army of demons raised by the Wardens.
How dare you judge us? You tore Kirkwall apart and started the Mage Rebellion!
To protect innocent mages, not madmen drunk on blood magic. Even without the influence of Corypheus, the Wardens go too far. They need to be checked.
Agreed. The Wardens may once have served a greater good, but they are far too dangerous now.
The blood sings softly, it never stops, and then it's all they hear. We can't let them hurt more people.
The Wardens are a risk. Send them away before they cause even more trouble.
I can't do that. I think Shroud's right.
Stroud isn't defending blood magic or demons. You know the cost of a blight as well as any of us, Hawk. The Grey Wardens are the only force that can stop that.
Inquisitor.
Oh, I hate it.
The Nightmare has found us.
Form up! I'm with you.
So what do we have here? We've got corpses, possession, blood magic, darkspawn, demons. All valid fears, I think.
Come. Real or not, the Divine is the key to escaping from the Fade.
The door's open. Mother said to run. She said the Darkspawn were coming. She wanted me to go. The door is open. It was closed when I left. She said she would be right behind me. She said not to come back no matter what. The lamps are lit all over the village, even during the day, to see through the smoke. Mother should be here by now. But the door is open. I'm going to look inside. I was hoping that child's letter would be enough for that.
Warden Stroud, how must it feel to devote your whole life to the Wardens, only to watch them fall? Or worse, to know that you were responsible for their destruction? When the next blight comes, will they curse your name?
With the Maker's blessing, we will end this wretched beast.
Do you think you can fight me? I am your every fear come to life. I am the veiled hand of Corypheus himself. The demon army you fear, I command it.
Poverty, debilitation, senility, sickness.
They bow all to me.
Ah, so if we banish you, we banish the demons. Thank you. Every fear come to life.
They still remember when they were higher, before it woke up and everything fell.
It is simple to say that the laws of nature do not apply in the Fade, but while traveling in the Fade is often confusing for mages, it is rarely so chaotic as to defy description. In fact, while the placement of items may seem random, those items usually operate as we would expect them to in the real world. A book opens to show pages, although the pages may be blank or lined with gibberish. A pen and ink will let a user write, but the pen may write on its own, and the ink will never runs dry. Those items that float usually hover at a relative height where they should have sat had the objects meant to support them existed. Candles suspended in the air as though held by a phantom candlestick, for example. Why are the laws of the Maker bent but not fully broken? Why does a book not turn into a dragon, or a statue explode into countless shards of energy? The answer, I believe, lies in the fact that the items we see in the Fade were most often made by the hands of men. A statue is a created thing. The mortal hands that shaped it gave it purpose, and it knows what it is meant to do. The objects that strain against the laws of nature are ironically those that are more natural themselves. Great stones, for example, hang in the sky. No hand has ever touched them, no mortal mind shaped them to purpose. I suspect, though we may never know, that if dwarves dreamt and shaped the Fade with their own perceptions, the rock would not float. I'm gonna go up first. Because I thought up was maybe where we were supposed to go, but now that looks more like where we're supposed to go. I don't want to miss anything while we're here. Well, now I feel like this is where we're supposed to go. No, it's definitely down there. Right? Pride demon. Two pride demons. Oh, someone needs their stuffed teddy bear. The child. Haven is burned. Mama cries when I'm not looking. It's cold in the mountains, and my feet hurt, but Mama says to hush, that others have it worse. She says a monster named Corypheus came to Haven, and it was only the Maker's blessing that let us escape. I don't feel blessed. The monsters come every night when I sleep, and I don't want to wake Mama crying again. I miss Sir Snort. Sir Snort always kept the monsters away in my dreams. I don't remember this puzzle. Logic to this? Come on, that's not what I wanted. But I didn't get the Magister's amulet. It gave me other stuff. I guess I have to go down that way now. Because what I don't want to happen is to accidentally follow upon that and not be able to go. Is that the Black City? That's not the Black City. Are we walking in the Black City?
Hard to trust my footing in this place.
Can't believe it. Oh, there's another alluvian over there. When the Darkspawn were new, when the Magisters had just brought them to our world with their sin, I was among the first to call myself a Grey Warden and swear to end the blight that threatened our world. We had seen the Archdemon die from mortal blows, only to rise again from the body of one of its servants. It could not die. I searched in vain for some way to kill the beast and save my world. I slept in fear with no solution, knowing only that the blight that Magisters had brought would destroy everything because I could not save it. Show me what must be done to slay the Archdemon. Show me what I need to save my world. Solus dying alone, cold, despair, Blackwall himself. Cassandra, helplessness. Varric became his parents. Madness for Iron Bull. Vivienne, irrelevance. Violet Darkspawn Blood. Cassandra, helplessness. Dorian, temptation. Sarah, the nothing. It's interesting because usually when you're in the Fade, there is some version of the Black City off in the distance. Don't know where it is here. Oh, is that it? Maybe? Maybe we're at, like at the feet of the Black City. The Dreamer's Reward. I don't think there's any right there. I think I have to go up, because if I go this way, it might take me to the main thing first. Yeah, I gotta go left.
Look!
Oh. Look at what? Oh, it's the Spirit of Fate. So this is just this way. What are you? Ironically, spiders?
Behind you!
The Maker. That's just a greater shade. And that's at the Spirit. Didn't I just get one of the cards?
That's the end of it.
You must get through the rift, Inquisitor. Get through, and then slam it closed with all your... That will banish the army of demons and exile this cursed creature to the farthest reaches of the Fade.
Essence of perfection. I gotta destroy something so I can get this quest out of my way.
The rift! We're almost there.
We're not there yet. Stay alert.
Holy shit. Oh, it's so gross. Oh, I hate it. It's like a...
If you would,
lily pad.
please tell Liliana. I am sorry. I fell for you too.
Fears that we have currently are blood, aspect of the nightmare, apostates, and more apostates. I think it would be really fun to play Cassandra in this, just because she has all these Templar abilities.
Grow fat on your fear. You cannot stand against me.
We can do it!
You will die in agony.
Stay strong!
You are nothing.
There we go. It's over. We did it. the actual nightmares back.
We need to clear a path!
Go! I'll cover you.
No, you were right. The Grey Wardens caused this. A Warden must...
A Warden must help them rebuild. That's your job. Corypheus is mine.
So here's the thing, and I've always made the same decision for this, because all I can think about is the line that Flemeth says when you restore her in Dragon Age 2. She says something to the effect of, "Do not be afraid to jump into the abyss. You can only fly when you fall," or something like that. And that really stuck with me for Hawk, because we're here in the literal abyss. And I think he's right, that a responsible warden needs to...
Hawk.
Say goodbye to Varric for me.
A responsible warden needs to help the order rebuild.
Spiders. Always the maker down.
Although White Hawk is like beating it up with his staff and not casting magic at it, I don't know. And I am confident, I know they said that it's not going to come up, but I am confident it's going to come from Dragon Age Velgard. I think that that is I think it's a fake out. I think it's a psych gotcha moment. I think that it's going to come up. We're going to see Hawk again. That's such a power move, just like close it right then and there. Love it.
With the nightmare banished, Corypheus lost both his Warden mages and his demon
Was the nightmare
army.
banished? Did we actually
But in the
defeat it?
stories your soldiers will tell,
They kind of just
their
escaped from it.
Inquisitor broke the spell with the Maker's blessing.
I'll tell them the truth.
Once they understand what really happened,
They will be terrified. Let them have the stories.
Inquisitor, the Archdemon flew off as soon as you disappeared. The Venatori Magister is unconscious but alive. Cullen thought you might wish to deal with him yourself. As for the Wardens, those who weren't corrupted helped us fight the demons. We stand ready to help make up for Clarel's tragic mistake.
Where is the champion?
Cassandra, you were there.
Hawk is not with us.
He died a hero.
Hawk sacrificed his life to save us and strike a decisive blow against Corypheus.
The champion is gone.
He gave his life, not because he'd sworn an oath or been marked as special, but because someone had to do it.
Stroud, you're the senior surviving Grey Warden. What do we do now?
Get out of our way. Help the Inquisition. We need as much help as we can, and one thing that I think that we lack is an actual army. Yes, we have a lot of people, but we're dealing with a Darkspawn Magister, and we don't have the expertise needed to beat a Darkspawn Magister. I think that the Grey Wardens are what we do here.
You stay and do whatever you can to help. Stroud believes that the Wardens are worth saving, and I trust him. You're still vulnerable to Corypheus, and possibly his Venatori, but there are plenty of demons that need killing.
After all that, you give them yet another chance?
But they hurt people.
While they do that, I'll report to the Wardens at Weishaupt. We won't be caught off guard by Corypheus again.
Thank you, your worship. We will not fail you.
Maker watch over your Inquisition. It has been an honor.
Stroud sent me one final report. He's on his way to Weishaupt. As for the Grey Wardens, they are fighting demons and Red Templars while staying clear of Venatori.
What are these?
You dealt Corypheus a
floating dagger
significant blow,
things?
Inquisitor.
Let's capitalize on it.
The Grey Wardens carry respect in other nations. If we spread word that the Inquisition has their support...
We may gain standing with nations that have suffered under the Blight. I will take the matter to Josephine. You took an army from Corypheus, but that will matter little if Orlais falls into chaos. All arrangements have been made for the ball in Halam Shiral. Let us know when you are ready to proceed.
What are our plans there?
Remind me what we know about the plot against Selene.
The Venatori are planning some kind of attack on the Imperial Court. Corypheus may even be fueling the conflict between the Empress and her cousin, Grand Duke Gaspard. If we warn Selene, she may prove a most valuable ally against Corypheus.
I'll go right away.
Where can I find the Empress?
She's holding a grand masquerade ball at her winter palace in Halam Shiral. Your invitation has been arranged. That is where the Venatori will strike. Speak with us when you are ready.
We do need to tell
What
her.
was she like? Divine Justinia, or her soul, or the spirit that took her form. I read your report. I know it isn't clear, but...
She was at peace.
She seemed calm. Serene, even. And she guided us the whole way through.
That does sound like her.
She did ask me to tell you something, though. She said, "I'm sorry. I failed you too."
Oh, the look of pain.
Oh. I should finish this before it slips my mind. Perhaps later we might discuss the matter further. Thank you.
Ah, man. Do you want to talk about it now? No? Okay. I kind of want to talk about it now, because now I'm in my feelings. Oh, man. I believe Solus may have drawn more. No.
What's on your mind?
I guess nothing
I
from
should
you.
go.
Try not to kill anyone without me.
I'm told you gave the Grey Wardens another chance, Inquisitor. Would I have done the same, I wonder? Forgiveness can be difficult. I hope the Order values what you've done, and gives you no reason to regret it.
I'll leave you to it.
If you require any assistance...
I don't know who this is. Or why they're there.
You've made such intriguing design choices for the castle, my dear. They must be inspired.
You're too kind.
Thank you, Vivian. I'm glad you approve.
When things have settled down a bit, I will take you to Valroyo and introduce you to my seamstress. And appearances are important. We can't have you mistaken for a commoner.
I suppose you're right.
I suppose it's important to show that we're an authority to be respected.
Not just respected, my dear. Awed, feared,
I
aspired
don't like
to.
feared.
You command an army of the faithful, outfitted by the coin of the nobility. You must be a woman who commoners aspire to be, and to whom nobles bow.
Let them judge me by my deeds.
My actions will inspire them. Appearances don't matter.
I don't know if appearances
It would be a
don't
lovely
matter.
world if we were all judged purely on our conduct, my dear. But it would not be this world. The stories of your accomplishments will spread, and with them, doubt. Are you truly the woman from the tales? They will question what they've heard, but they will believe what they see. They must see someone greater than legends.
You hold the divine to that?
If that's your standard for me, what does the divine have to live up to?
Andraste and the Maker cast very large shadows. The Divine absolutely must set the example for all Thedas. She must seem to be the embodiment of the Maker to the faithful. She needs the authority of the Maker and the charisma of Andraste. It will be no small task to fill that vacant throne. You walked physically through the Fade. Please tell me what you remember.
It was... Yeah, I saw the... Well, I didn't see the Divine. She was a spirit of faith.
In all the times I've been to the Fade, I've never seen it react so strongly to my presence.
No one else has physically entered the Fade since the Magisters assaulted the Golden City. Oh, I'm positively envious right now.
I've never thought to take Vivienne either. Oh, hey, the construction's gone. Nice. Oh, this is much better. Where does this go? Oh, just over here. Bedrooms. Dear Ewan, you've been the light of my life, the song in my heart for over a year, but the world has changed, and both of us with it. How does one live through the rending of the sky and still remain the same? I've seen oblivion through the rifts, and I fear our lives are about to end. You told me the distance between us would be hard to bear, and I said I would never seek the arms of anyone but yours. I was wrong. I have met someone in Valrayo. She is dark where you are fair. She fills her life with poetry, not battle, and her voice, her tongue trips so sweetly on the trills and flourishes of the Orlesian language. She gives me hope that we will survive this. I'm sorry, I'll never forget you. Aurora. Feels weird to be going through people's personal possessions like this. And that's cut off. There's my mage tower. My beautiful garden down there.
Did I ever tell you about the time Hawk was on a merchant guild hit list? Hawk's uncle got into an investment scheme with a couple of merchant caste businessmen. They took a lot of people's coin in order to arrange the import of wandering hills from the Anderfells. A delicacy, I'm told. Their weird foreign foodstuffs arrived alive, and one of them, true to its name, wandered off in the middle of the night.
That's not a hug. Give him a real hug.
Shit.
2 hands.
The guild traced the shipments to Hawk's uncle, but as usual, he was so far in debt he couldn't see daylight. So they went after Hawk instead. They sent guys from the local carter to Hawk's estate one night. 5 big dusters, armed to the teeth. They're about to kick down the door when Hawk just opened it and invites them all inside. Leandra, Hawk's mother, made them tea, and for the next 2 hours tried to get them to make small talk. They wandered out of the house in a daze. No idea what just happened. Never came back. Hawk just had that effect on people. I always wanted to tell that one. Thanks. I guess I've got some letters to write. I should be the one to tell Fenris. Excuse me.
I'm so sorry, Varric. There's us in the Fade saving the Wardens, I guess? No, this is... Yeah, this is us saving the Wardens in the Fade.
I cannot believe the Grey Wardens could even conceive of such a plan. To seek out these old gods deliberately in some bizarre attempt to preempt the Blight.
It's okay, we stopped them.
I know. I'm glad we could end this madness before it started.
Thank you. I've been on my own for so long. It's difficult to get used to having the support of others. Those fools and duty. Responsibility is not expertise. Action is not inherently superior to inaction. Forgive me. The entire idea is unnerving.
Cullen, do you have anything to say about it?
Gloat all you like. I have this one.
Are you sassing me, Commander? I didn't know you had it in you.
Why do I even... Inquisitor.
Leaving, are you? Does this mean I win?
I didn't mean to interrupt.
Please don't stop on my account.
All right. Your move.
You need to come to terms with my inevitable victory. You'll feel much better.
Really? Because I just won. And I feel fine.
Don't get smug. There will be no living with you.
I should return to my duties as well. Unless you would care for a game.
Sure.
Prepare the board, Commander.
As a child, I played this with my sister. She would get this stuck-up grin whenever she won, which was all the time. My brother and I practiced together for weeks. Oh, the look on her face the day I finally won. Between serving the Templars and the Inquisition, I haven't seen them in years. I wonder if she still plays.
Tell me about your family.
You have siblings.
2 sisters and a brother.
Where are they now?
They moved to South Reach after the Blight. I do not write to them as often as I should. Oh, it's my turn.
And we'll play fair.
All right, let's see what you've got.
This may be the longest we've gone without discussing the Inquisition, or related matters. To be honest, I appreciate the distraction.
Yeah, there's no need for formality.
We've been through enough to drop the formalities and simply talk.
I suppose we have. I believe this one is yours. Well played.
Oh, that was nice. Oh, he writes to his family. Dear me. Oh, it's them writing to him. Honestly, is it so difficult? We thought you were dead. Again, if the Inquisition wasn't on everyone's lips, we never would have heard that their fine commander survived Haven. We've been hearing strange things about the Templars lately. I'm not sorry you left them. I thought your resignation was implied when you joined the Inquisition, but you meant something more, didn't you? It's a fool's errand to ask you to stay safe, but please try. Your loving sister. See how easy it is? Yeah. Alright, Warden Blackwall. Time to talk.
Someone I knew once described Adamant to me. Adamant is, and always will be, the Order, he said. A guardian on the edge of the abyss. The lone soul that stares into oblivion and doesn't waver. That's what Warden Commander Clarel tried to be. Well, they all tried to be. I'm told her wardens never wavered. They went to their deaths willingly. They died for us. And Corypheus twisted their sacrifice to make it his own.
Oh, that's why we fight him.
And that's why he has to die.
You'll get no argument from me. There's no one to blame but Corypheus. Even Clarel's intentions were righteous. Her desire to protect was so great it led her astray. It's not right. To want to do good, to be good, and have that turned against you.
Then remember the intent.
Don't think of what went wrong. Think of their intentions, their sacrifice. Honor their selflessness.
Clarel made mistakes, but she was a great woman. And she died a great woman. It's not the armor or the trappings of the Order. It's not the joining. At the heart of it, all a Warden is a promise. To protect others, even at the cost of your own life.
He looks pained.
Something on your mind?
Nothing right now. Perhaps in a bit.
To clear out my inventory. So we got some wardens here now. Hey, Pussa. Scout.
Commander Cullen did good work at Adamant. Breached those walls like he'd done it a dozen times. Nice job with the demons, by the way.
We'll talk later.
Iron Bull.
Again. Again. Come on! This is why the Qun doesn't like women fighting. I should have asked Cullen. Good one.
Perhaps you can take over.
What is going on?
Qunari training exercise to master your fear. I heard about the nightmare at Adamant. Sounded big.
Can you explain why I'm supposed to hit you with this stick?
Probably, if I try. It'd involve a lot of Qunari words, though. Just hit me with the stick, all right? I need to get over this demon crap.
We could talk it out.
You're scared of demons?
Course I'm scared of demons. Who in their right mind isn't? I mean, not like, oh, real demons. Big ones with fangs and crap. You're not gonna hit me, are you?
I don't think you need it.
You're scared. This isn't going to help.
It helped in the old days. Get the piss scared out of you, then go through some pain exercises. Learn to master it. For the Qunari, demons are the scariest thing out there. More so than dragons. Even mages. Possession, losing your mind. That's the worst thing that can happen to you.
I understand.
It does seem terrifying.
You think I'd have gotten over the superstitions from back home? I don't care about mages. Living so long out here, most Qunari would say I've already lost my mind. And I know that's not true. At least, I'm pretty sure that's... Well, shit, that's probably what it is. You could have just hit me.
Sandra, you gotta talk about the Divine?
Writing does not come naturally to me, as I'm certain you can imagine.
Is everything okay?
Are you all right? You seem very intent.
I am. This needs to be done before I forget. As if written by a dim-witted child. Historians will one day ask what happened at Adamant Fortress, in the Fade. I was there. I saw it with my own eyes. It must be recorded.
I think it's a good idea.
That's an excellent idea, Cassandra.
I certainly thought so, until I started writing. I still don't know what to say about the spirit of the Divine. I saw her there, heard her voice, yet I cannot claim with certainty it was really her. The Chantry teaches us that the souls of the dead pass through the Fade, so it could have been her. Yet even so...
You think it's possible?
Do you really think it could have been her? A ghost?
A ghost. A remnant of her hopes and memories. Her lingering will to do good. Those things are all possible. Nobody knows for certain what happens after we die. A spirit could have assumed her form, but why? It helped you, as Justinia herself would have.
Maybe it doesn't matter what she was.
Perhaps it doesn't matter what she really was then.
It matters to me, to what I must write. I must interpret what I saw, yet I am no priest, no philosopher. I am a warrior.
Truthfully, I don't know.
I don't know the truth any more than you do.
Sadly, unanswered questions make for poor reading. When I realized we were physically in the Fade, I was terrified, almost beyond reason. The last time such a thing happened, we created Darkspawn. We created Corypheus. The world needs to know the truth this time. No more legends lost to the ages.
Good on her. But like her not being a philosopher or a historian is exactly why I don't think she should be a divine. I think that having a warrior as the divine is a terrifying idea.
Hold here, I'll sum it up. I was grieved by the loss of the champion Inquisitor. His name was well respected. Except where it wasn't, I suppose. Funny how effort inspires both.
Where'd you go, dude?
As you were.
We are here for you, Inquisitor.
Let me get this out of here.
Consider it done.
It's weird to me that this is the infirmary and we have the doctors here, but no patients. Cassandra, do you want to talk any more about stuff?
I can keep staring at this, but I won't get any closer.
Can I help?
Something I can help you with?
Yes. Possibly. We saw so many Red Templars at the assault on Haven. Perhaps all that was left of the Order.
Oh, we know that's not true. 'Cause we've been
What we
fighting them
didn't
across two
see
countries.
was Lord Seeker Lucius.
Mm.
Indeed, I've seen no hint of any Seekers amongst the Red Templars, or anywhere. I have a growing suspicion Corypheus has imprisoned them.
Couldn't they be dead?
Why imprisoned? He could just as easily have killed them.
Not easily. But yes, they may be dead. But the Seekers began this war against the mages. They cannot have simply vanished. There must be a trail we can follow, yet so far I have only discovered hints.
What if they're infected?
But they could have ended up just like the Red Templars.
Seekers do not use lyrium. I assume Corypheus gained control of the Templars by corrupting the lyrium they were already taking. To do the same to a Seeker, you'd have to force the lyrium upon him. That may be what happened, but it couldn't have begun that way. We're missing a piece of the puzzle, Inquisitor. I need to find it.
This must be important.
Finding them obviously means a lot to you.
I left the Order, but I can never abandon them. I cannot even claim that rescuing them would be beneficial. They wouldn't look kindly on the Inquisition. But even so, if there's a chance... If we can spare resources to follow up on these leads, Inquisitor, I would appreciate it.
Oh, yeah. Oh, there's a lot to do. Protect Valkamort from the Darkspawn. I think we should send the Wardens as soon as possible.
Any Venatori activity?
If my agents find anything, you will be the first to know.
To work?
Darkspawn and Valgomort have been slain. Remains unclear what brought them to the surface. Marquis Buffon has made her wishes that we should now depart. Wardens have volunteered to assist with the investigation. Like many things
The captain sent back sketches of the walls. Our experts say they look elven.
Interesting.
Someone may have been mining a freedom.
Does Corypheus send scholars to find something the elves buried? Or something buried with them?
Sister Liliana's advice was excellent. Her scouts located a mining operation Marquis Buffon had started in secret, which must have freed the Darkspawn from the earth. When discovered, the Marquis sent mercenaries to attack, but the Grey Wardens were well prepared and easily cut down all resistance. Marquis Buffon has fled into the Gomordan Peaks. The Grey Wardens remain in high spirits. They seem proud of this opportunity to redeem their name in good faith, and losses have so far have been light. Their treachery revealed Marquis Efeloch Buffon has fled into the mountains. Our initial efforts to pursue her have been hampered by both the terrain and the presence of demons in the area. While we have difficulty making headway, the Grey Wardens have offered to assist. They seem to be the only force in the area capable of doing so. Regardless, I believe it is worth pursuing Marquis Buffon if we have the means to do so. Grey Wardens will do better against the demons than normal Inquisition soldiers. Let them fight through the mountains. Enemies among the nobles that might help, or ignore the demons completely.
Inquisitor.
Sister Liliana and scouts were able to find a path for the Grey Wardens through the mountains. Wardens were able to avoid most of the demons and saved most of their strength. As a result, we've located Marquis Buffon's secret stronghold in the Gomordan Peaks. The Grey Wardens are in high spirits. They've taken blah 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 blah. Defeat Marquis Buffon. Inquisitor, we have Marquis Buffon trapped in her fortress in the Warden Peaks and are preparing to make a final assault. While we may have earlier ignored her transgressions in light of the greater threat of the world, it is good that we did not. Marquis Buffon's crimes go well beyond smuggling or illegal mining, and she has an ally in Lady Jeanette Lagaspe, who has come with the Venatori mages to defend the Marquis. The Wardens have concerns about the Venatori using blood magic or their ties to Corypheus to influence their minds, but are prepared to follow your orders. We cannot delay for long as demons in the mountains continue to harass our flanks. Send the Wardens in with no backup. Scouts could find an alternate entrance. If they can hold for 3 days, my friend the Baroness de la Soc will have siege equipment there. Yeah, let's fuck up that fortress. Inquisitor, the fighting was hard, but the Grey Wardens protected us from the demons until Baroness Natalie's siege engines arrived. We laid siege and killed both Marquis Buffon and Lady Lagaspe with minimal losses. The Grey Wardens have taken some losses, but the morale remains high, and their loyalty to the Inquisition is undisputed. Inquisitor, our investigation of the late Marquis Buffon's activities explained her sudden interest in illegal mining. The Marquis was searching for ancient artifacts as a secret agent of the Venatori. It is fortunate that we stopped her, but her mining operation has endangered us nevertheless. Darkspawn have begun to emerge from the mines again, not just Herlocks, but ogres as well. Our Grey Warden allies insist this force must be destroyed utterly, no matter the cost, lest the innumerable hordes of Darkspawn pour forth from the deep roads to join their brethren. It's been an honor to serve your worship. We await your orders. We can collapse the tunnel with sappers. We can't leave the threat just to the Wardens. We must acquire reinforcements from the allies in the area. If we trust them to do nothing else, trust them to kill Darkspawn. They know what to do. Inquisitor, the mines have been collapsed. The Darkspawn in the area are utterly destroyed. For a time, it looked as though we might have to join them. The Grey Wardens fought with unmatched bravery to clear us the path before the entire mountain fell upon us all. The surviving Wardens are remaining in the area to continue patrolling for Darkspawn. I thank the Maker for giving you the wisdom to spare the Wardens and bring them to our service. While we fought the beast deep in the mines, we uncovered what Marquis Buffon must have been looking for. I've sent it to the Inquisition for safekeeping. May it serve us better than it would have served the treacherous Marquis. Dwarven slaves in Venatori hands. Sightings in the north of Red Templars with armor and weapons adorned with Dwarven runes. There are no known entrances to the deep roads in that area, and no missives from Orzammar about missing traders, but they keep next to non-existent records of surface dwarves. The Venatori may be making use of Dwarven slaves, possibly from Tevinter. Not their usual preference, but also not their unusual, also not the first unusual thing they've done. Recommend further investigation. Send a select group. We don't want to alarm the Venatori. If there's a hint of Venatori enclave, we should crush it. The local landholders will get our scouts access. Yeah, we don't want to sacrifice the dwarves. Found them. Venatori dead. Dwarven tools found, but no dwarves. One deep soccer corpse. Signs of blight corruption. We always come for our own. What about you, Inquisition? Been this Warhelm Kal Sharok? A hole in the surfacer's precious sky, not our concern, but the thing that did it, if this magistrate really brought the blight and the darkspawn, we're no friend of that. Follow these instructions and you'll catch your enemy sleeping. Tell your soldiers not to leave the main tunnel. That's your only warning. Do as they say, no more nor less. Yeah, I think we send no more, no less. Surprisable Venezuela encampment. Had to find a different route back because the tunnel had been collapsed. They found this letter. You follow instructions well. Respect of our territory is the first step. We shall see. The College of Magi. The situation is unfolding in Cumberland, which until the outbreak of the Mage Rebellion was the philosophical heart of the Circle of Magi. Now mostly abandoned, it's become home to a number of mage refugees. This has drawn the ire of the local citizens, mobs threatening to assault the college and burn it to the ground, with Duke Sandral Anaxis doing nothing to stop them. Inquisition agents suspect that Venatori agents are behind the mobs, looking to recover artifacts from the college once its magical defenses are breached. Send in the presence of Inquisition forces in the College of Magi provoked an angry response from Duke Sandral. I'm told this led to a standoff where the Duke's forces threatened to attack, and it was our agent at the college who talked the man down. Corbin displayed a level head and sound judgment, both things I would normally never ascribe to a dwarven warrior. The mobs have backed off, and Corbin sent us the artifacts he believes the Venatori may have been after. Alliance is getting things moving. The De Rosiers are old money. Tybalt's rise with a popular merchant consortium. So we have to choose either interest of the Tybalts or the De Rosiers. I won't turn my back on them, but we've established agreements with the Tybalts. Their initial hatred of the Inquisition was a device, and they are willing to have us in their favor. Lady Tybalt's asking for closer ties. As she tries to circumvent the traditional blockages of the allegiances in the capital. Some houses have switched sides, others ceded, holding entirely to avoid the shame of losing all standing. More and more, they are concerned with station and alliance over whatever objections stated about the Inquisition. Let's keep it with Josephine, maybe? Yeah.
At your service.
It's becoming a clear favorite in the war of stations ongoing between the noble houses. I see. There's a contender to rival the alliance with the Tybalts. Lady Richelieu sent the following letter. The De Rosiers are a stubborn threat. The most efficient way to deal with them is to nullify with social alliance, but the only pairing of import is unavailable because the Tybalt daughter has betrothed herself elsewhere. She has the luxury of such a wasteful pairing because of the Inquisition bearing the weight in this partnership. Our hands are tied. You face the difficult task of attacking the status of Lord de Rosier unless you were to demand the task of the Tybalts. If their investment were more taxing, they would be more inclined to an arranged match for their daughter, and that is a well-respected currency in Orlais. I think we end it. He's mortified. Oh no, I didn't get to read all of it. Ah! I didn't get to read all of it. That's upsetting. Hardened Hightown, Trouble in Skyhold. Nightingale found several similarities to events in Varric's book, but all are slightly off. Dead magistrate was not in his home. Man found murdered in locked room was comped, not magistrate. Executors did not send a warning note directly to Donnan. Obviously, object of plot is Sword of Hysarian, not a penny dreadful author. Close look at the rip-off book shows numerous grammatical spelling errors that seemed random at first, but ciphers believe might contain coded information. Killer and author are clearly linked. Either the murder investigation or the code might lead us to the target. Someone got in and out of Skyhold without being seen. Cipher in the book might lead us to them. Oh, if someone dropped the book off here. Follow up on the work of an investigation or the cipher. Well, I think we go for the cipher. Book's abysmal. Entire code-breaking department wants to ritually set it on fire. Message is double encrypted. We've not yet broken the guild's code. Revenge of the Merchants Guild. Jarek, I need a key to the Merchant Guild cipher from 1 month ago. You still have payments left on the loan house Tethras gave you for your rescue mission to Amgarak. So I think we can make a deal. I get the cipher, your debt disappears like financial magic. And Nightingale, since I know you'll open this and read it before it gets sent, don't bother to keep a copy. The guild changes their codes every month because dwarves are naturally paranoid. Send it to Denerim. Not worthy. Tethras, are you still skipping out on meetings? You'd have a copy of this if you showed up once in a while. Not that I mind. I'm happy enough to trade you a worthless piece of parchment for 1,000 crown debt. My name is Rick Tethras. I'm a Bronto-looking backstabber who steals customers. Scrivener. Oh no. Reparations for Redcliffe. As the Inquisition has assumed responsibility for the Major Rebellion, the Arling Redcliffe holds you accountable for the losses suffered by our people. A freehold in Rainsford was burned to the ground. 2 farms suffered crop loss. 5 people in Redcliffe were injured by lightning spells cast by panicked children. Well, the panicked children, I don't think we can send people to make repairs. Arrange to pay reparations. Let's send people to make repairs. I think that's probably either be able to work together for the betterment of the people of Redcliffe. May Andraste watch over you. I Thanks for looking into this bullshit mess for me. Based on what you told me, there's only one person I can think of who specifically uses Bronto liquor as an insult and also can't write worth a damn. Worthy, an acquaintance of mine from Kirkwall. Although why he'd do this, I have no idea. Capture him ourselves. Give this information to the guard. I think we should capture him for ourselves, personally. But I want to find out what the best outcome is real quick.
Let's see what we have.
He removed the dwarf from his home in Hightown. He had another manuscript in progress, which we burned, doused in acid, and threw into the sea. Apparently he has beef with Varric for setting up the champion of Kirkwall with another runecrafter. He ranted about better beards and true dwarves. Oh, Sandal. And then declared himself the greatest writer in Thedas, at which point Fletcher laughed so hard she started choking. The dwarf is a menace. He claims he didn't send a note to Skyhold. Cooper. Ambassador, I apologize for any unpleasantness that might have arisen from my last correspondence with the Inquisition. My people have been under tremendous strain for too long, even before the destruction of the Conclave, and it's taken its toll on all of Redcliffe. But that is in the past. Today I write to offer an invitation. The Bannerman of Callan is part of my domain and now lies empty. Banalara lost her life attending the Conclave, her only living relative holds lands too far away to administer both. By Ferelden customs, the lands are now property of whoever claims them through a skill of arms. The tournament will be held at Callan, with the victor taking the title as their prize. The Inquisition may send a champion to fight in the melee if they wish. I mean, I want that land. I think Josephine's probably right there.
Let us begin.
Locate the Seekers. The attack on Haven showed that Corypheus corrupted and controlled the Templar Order. This should have been impossible under the watch of her fellow Seekers, but they and particularly Lord Seeker Lucius are nowhere to be found. How have they vanished, or as Cassandra believes, was something done to them? With effort, truth may come to light. For a time, finding the Seekers seemed to be impossible. Well, finding the missing Seekers seemed to be impossible. Early indications pointed to these men and women heading at one point to Ferelden, but there the trail went cold. A chance rumor regarding Ban Loren, a Ferelden nobleman who had not been heard from for months, led Inquisitions to investigate Caer Oswin, and they, too, went silent. These events are connected, and it seems this is where the missing Seekers will be found. I cannot thank you enough for inviting me to act as the Inquisition's champion of the Grand Melee. You will be glad to hear I did not disgrace you. I placed a respectable 10th. Although I did not manage to win either title or lands, I did secure several trade agreements with the Banorn for the Inquisition. I thought that might please you more than a dank castle. Yours, Sir Denor. I've got some investigations to do. It's been my pleasure to meet Duke Antoine of Wycombe and pay my respects on behalf of the Inquisition. The Duke is most friendly. Indeed, I dare say he thinks the best of everyone, and has advisors from as far away as Tevinter. Duke Antoine assures me that he wishes the Inquisition well, and will offer us military support as soon as his city has recovered from a strange disease that has spread through most of the human population, though the elves and the alienage are thus far unaffected. This illness may explain why bandits were able to operate so closely to Wycombe with impunity. All the nobles and soldiers have been weakened. Any concerns I have raised, he say, can wait until then. The Duke's Tevinter advisor has indicated an eagerness to make my acquaintance, and is becoming increasingly difficult to resist such a tempting offer. Yours in haste, Lady Guinevere Valance. There's a bunch that's... she's like pointing out. This is no longer a matter of diplomacy. Josephine's diplomat believes the Tevinter's advisor is a Venatori. We must eliminate him. Though I fear for her safety, Lady Guinevere is a brilliant negotiator. If anyone can find a peaceful solution, it's her. No, I'm pretty sure we need to act.
Let's see what we have.
The Tevinter advisor has been eliminated. Documents on his person prove that he was indeed Venatori, and also shed some light on the mysterious illness plaguing the humans of Wycombe. They planted red lyrium in the wells from which humans drank, evidently testing whether the entire city could be transformed into soldiers like the Red Templars. I took the liberty of destroying the red lyrium in the wells, as it was impossible to wait for an answer from you in Skyhold. This has ended the direct threat, along with the death of the Venatori advisor. However, tensions remain high, and I suspect the residents' withdrawal from the red lyrium will only exacerbate the situation. And now we have to restore order. Although matters in Wycombe seem better than before, with the sudden departure of Duke Antoine's Deventer advisor, I confess that the nobles are now in quite a state. They are very passionate in their opinions and act like a drunkard shaking in want of his spirits. I've heard talk of the nobles putting their cares aside and indulging in some youthful sport. The local townsfolk are likely not up to such competition, and I fear the presence of our Inquisition soldiers might lead to silliness on all sides. Were the Dalish outside Wycombe invited to join in, perhaps by a clever gesture, the match might be more sporting. I don't know how I feel about the Dalish. That does feel like a bad play. Sure. Keeper Isthamathorial entered the city with a contingent of Dalish elves and used magic to alleviate the effects of lyrium withdrawal from many of the city's victims. Unfortunately, her actions caused some more of the maddened nobles to attack. Duke Antoine gave his life protecting Isthamathorial from his own actions, from his own nobles. And most of the remaining nobles of Wycombe are either dead or have fled the city. For what it's worth, almost all merchants and laborers in the city saw the Dalish, were attempting to help, and banded with them to fight against the madness that had taken their nobility. I have heard that some remaining nobles are spreading lies in other Marcher cities, claiming the Dalish attacked and poisoned the rulers. For now, however, the Dalish are seen as heroes in Wycombe. They remain in the city, uncertain of what to do next. Investigating Lord Enzo. He's clever, well liked, his relations among Antiva and royalty. If we approach him without proof of smuggling red lyrium into Antiva, he will bury his tracks and turn his allies against us. We must handle this carefully. Let's empty that house. Our agents entered Lord Enzo's home, where they discovered several pieces of correspondence connecting Enzo to the Venatori. Whereas it seems he did more than buy into their philosophy, he's arranging to send volunteers to red lyrium mines. As they took these people from Rialto's poorer, more unfortunate residents, few noticed the disappearances. Our agents were prepared to confront Enzo with the evidence, but he failed to return. We've since learned that he hired a ship to Hercynia in the Free Marches. It seems unlikely that he knew of our presence, but something spooked him. Have our agents track Lord Enzo to the Free Marches. His work for the Venatori must not continue. Let us pray the trail does not run cold. You encountered your agents in Hercynia. It seems the Inquisition and the Crows share a target. Our employers bear no love for Enzo due to, well, let's just say it's a personal matter. Of course, I imagine your motivations have more to do with the man's Deventer friends. You know the Venatori, we know Enzo. Why compete for the man? Lend us your knowledge and the job will be done far more quickly. You eliminate an enemy, our employer removes a political rival, we get paid. Happy ending for all. Gita. Yep, let's cooperate.
Let's see what we have.
Track down the storehouse. Lord Enzo was not present, but he may count his life in days. To show we respect our current arrangement, an interesting chicken from our raid on the Venatori. My dear Liliana, your Inquisition is working with the Crows. I ask only because I may have removed one of the assassins from your employ. If I had known the man was yours, I would have at least let him finish the contract. No matter, allow me to make it up to you. You know I would do a much better job than the Crows, and I am far more pleasing to work with, no? As a favor to a friend, I'll charge only a fraction of the price. Yeah, let's work with Zevran.
Inquisitor.
We'll be providing Zevran with resources he needs without telling the Crows. Lord Enzo's proving elusive. More eyes in Hercynia can't hurt. I've tracked down the location of Lord Enzo, and rather more Venatori than I was expecting. Shall we say goodbye to our troublesome friend? It's either Liliana or Cullen. Yeah, let's do Liliana. When I heard your agents would provide a distraction, I did not expect such a roaring fire, the confusion, the running about in circles. It was all very lively. Of course, Lord Enzo and his Venatori were decidedly less lively at the end of it. I'm guessing it's over here in Cherno. Yep. My friends, I did enjoy our little venture, and I hate to be a bother, but I believe you owe me at least one favor. After all, he is quite dead. As you may recall, the Crows and I are not on the best of terms. They were not pleased I stole their target out from under them. It means they didn't get paid. They could have taken the credit for my work, but I had already written to their employer. I earned the prize, after all. The Crows would like to speak to me, as you can imagine. They sent more of their number to Hercynia. It's time I left the free marches. Yeah, I like Cullen's plan of sending in soldiers and having Zevran leave with us. Liliana, it's been a pleasure. Zevran. And we should go check in on Sutherland too, now that I think about it. We gotta travel to Caer Oswin with Cassandra. We don't have quite enough time for that. We can sit in judgment of a few people now, though, I believe.
Adamant's influence continues, your worship. I submit Lord Livius Erimond of Virantium, who remains loyal to Corypheus. We found him alive, offering extreme resistance, likely because the Order will ask for his head. In more colorful terms. To say nothing of justice you might personally require for what was suffered in the Fade.
A grim and serious matter.
Many places felt the pain of Adamant. You will answer for a great deal.
I recognize none of this proceeding. You have no authority to judge me.
Mr. Sovereign
On the
Citizen.
contrary, many officials have communicated that they will defer to the Inquisitor on this matter.
Because they fear. Not just Corypheus, but Tevinter, rightful ruler of every piece of ground you trod in your pathetic life. I served a living god. Bring down your blades and free me from the physical. Glory
I'm tempted
awaits
to make
me.
him tranquil. I'm really tempted, because that's a fate worse than death for him. I'm real tempted, y'all. Somebody talk me out of it. I need to see who disapproves and who approves. Because if not enough people disapprove of making him tranquil, then I might just make him tranquil. A lot of people disapprove of making him tranquil. Yeah, fuck it. Give him to the Wardens.
Although willing, there is a group you have wronged more than any. Lord Livius Erimond of Virantium. The Wardens can have you. Let them take your head if they want it.
Their petty justice or yours, it matters not. Truth lies in the next world.
more.
Another of the lingering pains of Adamant, your worship. Sir Ruth is a senior warden of the Order. She was one of the many who slit the throat of another to bind a demon. She does not contest this. In fact, she surrendered to us. She requests no mercy. She wants the public justice of the headman's axe.
Not a request made lightly.
You're very serious about this. Is more death the answer?
There is no excuse for my actions. I murdered another of the Order. That blood marks me more than the Blight ever could.
Accepting their actions while thralls of Corypheus, many treaties allow wardens any extreme if it opposes the Blight.
I can't do it. I can't use the greater good to justify my crimes, as if it would create a future I could be a part of. It is wrong that this broke me. I've done worse with full sanction. I can do nothing except be an example of the cost.
Then to the deep roads then.
You feel your life is over. There's a place for such wardens. Sir Ruth, you'll go to the deep roads. Your death may be as quick as you choose.
This sends no message. This is just an end.
I'm earning some disapproval with Solus, but I'm a Warden fanboy.
Mayor Gregory Dedrick of Crestwood is present for betraying his own constituents. He confesses that, 10 years ago, he flooded Old Crestwood to kill refugees and villagers touched by the Blight. The mayor claims it was to spare the rest of Crestwood, but we only have his word.
Then he has a chance to prove it.
The mayor has anything to say in his defense, let him speak.
There's no cure for the Blight. But I couldn't convince anyone to leave a sick child or husband behind.
So you herded the infected into one place and flooded Old Crestwood. Were no innocents caught in the waters?
Nearly everyone in the village had the Blight. I swear it. Have mercy. I couldn't tell the survivors I'd drowned their own families to save them. I couldn't.
Give him to the Wardens.
The Blight was your undoing. Let it also be your means of redemption. I give you to our allies in the Grey Wardens, to fight Darkspawn until the calling takes you.
I don't deserve the honor, your worship, but I'll do my best.
And I think we'll end up with these last 4 table missions so we don't have to do them next time. I think it was just the death of Sir Ruth. Disgraced Grey Warden Sir Ruth wishes to make good on your judgment, Inquisitor. She's asked for assistance in the deep roads, reaching the deeper recesses, so that her premature calling might serve a greater good. Laudable, but any expedition to the deep roads comes with considerable risk. An escort is simple.
Our soldiers handled themselves well in Adamant.
Wish to recover her
We've
body
come a
bags
long way
with
since
honor.
Haven.
I suggest an
fear there's still a
invitation
ways
over
to
it,
go.
an escort. A
But we're
dwarven
prepared.
context would welcome the chance to bolster their forces with a warden on her calling. Many of our soldiers lost family to the Blight. I have no doubt that many of them would volunteer to escort the warden. My concern is that they would not stop at escorting. Let's get the dwarves on this. We have a report from a runner that Warden Ruth was welcomed into a squad of Legion of the Dead. The group descended in the deep roads and did not return. As is tradition with the Legion, all were celebrated before they left. We've received a number of appreciations in Sir Ruth's name. So thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate having you around. Treat yourself right because you deserve it. Remember that I love you. Bye.